Most people do not need a complicated financial plan first. They do not need 12 investment apps. They do not need a spreadsheet with 47 tabs. They do not need to start researching crypto at 2 in the morning while whispering, "This time I understand it." Most people need one thing first: $1,000. That's it. Before the luxury car, before the designer watch, before the vacation, before the new phone, before the "I deserve this" shopping trip that somehow turns into financial crime against your own future. You need your first $1,000 saved. Because the first $1,000 will not make you rich, but it can stop small problems from turning into disasters. And when you are trying to stop being broke, that is a massive first win. This is the $1,000 rule. Before you upgrade your lifestyle, build a $1,000 emergency buffer. Not because $1,000 solves every problem. It does not. $1,000 will not buy financial freedom. It will not retire you. It will not make your bank account look like a hedge fund. But it does one very important thing. It gives you breathing room. And when you have been living paycheck to paycheck, breathing room feels like luxury. Because without a small emergency fund, every normal life problem becomes a financial ambush. Your tire goes flat. Now it is credit card debt. Your kid needs something for school. Credit card. Your dog eats something weird. Credit card. Your car makes a noise that sounds like a blender full of screws. Credit card. Life does not stop happening because your bank account is tired. And that is why broke people often stay broke. Not because they are lazy. Not because they are stupid. But because every small emergency pushes them backward. They almost catch up. Then something happens. They almost get ahead. Then something breaks. They almost feel stable. Then the dentist enters the chat. And suddenly they are back to minimum payments, overdraft fees, and checking their account balance like it owes them an apology. The first $1,000 changes that. It turns a small emergency from a crisis into an inconvenience. A flat tire becomes annoying instead of devastating. A small bill becomes frustrating instead of panic-inducing. A broken appliance becomes a problem to solve, not a reason to open another credit card. That is the power of the first $1,000. It creates a wall between you and chaos. Not a huge wall. Not a luxury gated community wall with a fountain and suspiciously quiet neighbors. More like a basic fence. But when you have had no fence at all, even a basic fence matters. Now, here is where people mess this up. They say, "I'll start saving after I pay off all my debt." That sounds responsible. But there is a problem. If you have zero savings and you are paying off debt, the next emergency puts you right back into debt. So you are not really escaping. You are just jogging on a financial treadmill while the bank plays motivational music. You pay down the card. Then the car breaks. You use the card again. You pay it down. Then something else happens. Back to the card. That cycle can last for years. So the $1,000 rule is simple. Before attacking debt aggressively, save a starter emergency fund. Keep paying your minimums. Do not ignore your bills. Do not start living like a medieval king because you found $20 in an old jacket. But pause the extra debt attack just long enough to build your first $1,000. Then once that is saved, you can go harder at the debt. Because now you have a small shield. And yes, some people will say, "But what about interest?" Fair point. High-interest debt is brutal. Credit card interest is basically your money working for the enemy. But if you have no emergency fund at all, one unexpected expense can erase your progress instantly. The goal is not perfect math. The goal is staying in the game. Because personal finance is not only about numbers, it is also about behavior, stress, pressure, impulse, panic, and the weird ability humans have to make terrible decisions when life punches them in the wallet. Your first $1,000 gives you a little control. Now let's talk about how to actually get it. Because saying, save $1,000 is easy. Actually doing it while bills are flying at your face like angry birds is different. Start with a 30-day sprint. For 30 days, your only money goal is to build that emergency fund. Not forever, just 30 days. Cut or pause anything unnecessary. Food delivery, random Amazon purchases, unused subscriptions, coffee runs, convenience spending, impulse shopping. The little stuff that does not feel expensive until the month ends and your account looks like it survived a bear attack. Sell things you do not use. Old electronics, clothes, tools, furniture, gym equipment that has become an expensive laundry rack. There is probably money sitting around your house disguised as clutter. Pick up extra income if you can. Overtime, a small side job, a weekend gig, selling items online, helping someone move, walking dogs, doing something useful for money instead of doom scrolling and calling it research. The goal is not to become a millionaire in 30 days. The goal is to stack your first $1,000 as fast as reasonably possible. And when you save it, do not keep it in your checking account. That is dangerous. Money in checking has a way of disappearing. You think it is emergency money. Then suddenly it becomes target money. Then food money. Then, I only went in for toothpaste and left with a candle, socks, and a deep emotional connection to a throw blanket. Money. Put the $1,000 in a separate savings account. Separate bank if needed. Not impossible to access. But not so easy that you can spend it because you saw a jacket online and convinced yourself it was part of your healing journey. This money has one job. Emergencies. Real emergencies. Not concert tickets. Not a better hotel room. Not shoes. Not a steakhouse because the week was stressful. A real emergency is something urgent, necessary, and unexpected. Car repair. Medical bill. Home repair. Emergency travel. Basic life stuff that cannot wait. And when you use the emergency fund, your next mission is to refill it. That is part of the rule. You use it. You rebuild it. You do not use it and then say, well, that was fun, back to financial chaos. No, the fund is a tool. You keep it ready. Now, after you build the first $1,000, what comes next? You do not stop there. The first $1,000 is the starter shield. After that, attack high-interest debt, credit cards, personal loans, anything with ugly interest rates that make your future poorer every month. Then build 1 month of expenses. Then 3 months. Then start investing consistently if you are not already. That is how normal people build wealth. Not with one magical move. Not with a secret rich person hack. Not with a guru standing in front of a rented Lamborghini telling you mindset is the only thing between you and a private jet. It starts boring. It starts basic. It starts with $1,000 that nobody sees. And that is the point. The most important money moves are usually not impressive. They are invisible. Nobody claps when you save $1,000. Nobody asks for a tour of your emergency fund. Nobody says, wow, is that a fully funded starter savings account? Incredible. But that quiet money changes everything. It gives you options. It gives you calm. It gives you the ability to make better decisions. And that is real luxury. Because real luxury is not always a watch, a car, or a vacation. Sometimes real luxury is getting a bill and not panicking. Sometimes real luxury is having a flat tire and not needing debt. Sometimes real luxury is sleeping like a normal person instead of mentally negotiating with your bank account at midnight. So before you buy the next expensive thing, ask yourself one question. Do I have my first $1,000 saved? If the answer is no, that is the next move. Not because you can never buy nice things, but because you should buy nice things from a position of strength. Build the buffer first. Then attack the debt. Then grow the gap. Then build wealth. Then enjoy the luxury without letting it steal your future. That is the $1,000 rule. And for a lot of people, it is the first real step out of being broke. If you want quick, simple money moves for building wealth, clearing debt, and living better without pretending you hate nice things, subscribe to 10-Minute Wealth Fix.